more or less now ready to sign, but it is important just for me to underscore the importance you have put to it, and to thank IGAD for having processed to this stage, and also the department responsible for treaties and the Ministry of Livestock. This to me is also very welcome news, because not too long ago we have had issues with some of our pastoralists crossing over, and in certain cases there have been incidents which have resulted in violence and perhaps loss of life and loss of livestock. So this hopefully will be a step towards kind of mitigating against such challenges. The security aspect of it and also the health are very key. Health for the livestock and even health for the human beings that are responsible, because sometimes some of these challenges can even move from the animal to the human being. So that becomes a critical issue to look at. But more important also, that is the one that becomes visible, is that through this, I hope we can also engage in a campaign that makes it clear that as you cross over from one boundary to the other, it's extremely dangerous when you cross over with the weapons, or they cross over with the weapons, because the challenge you have had recently, until there was an intervention at presidential level with one of our member states, is that people crossed over and they had weaponry. And on that other country, if you are caught with a weapon, it's not looked at it in the context of self-protection, but it's looked at differently. The laws there categorize you differently. And some of our Kenyans were caught up in that situation. So I think one of the key campaigns will really to educate our people that as much as we have signed the treaty, but the basic fundamental laws of each country, member state, needs to be looked at very, very carefully, so that we don't have any more incidents that can eventually harm the individuals or even severe relationships between the nations. I think that is the only thing I can say. But I want to congratulate you all for reaching this far, and when it lands in Parliament, again we look forward to your effective leadership, so that it can finally be ratified completely. Thank you so much. So we are ready to sign.
Honorable members of the Parliamentary Committee.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency.
Good afternoon, Excellency. My name is Christina. I'm from IGAD. Good afternoon, Your Excellency.
A security element, it has a health element, it has a livelihood element. We are so
enough pasture and water for our animals. And number 3, it also allows us to harmonize our laws on disease control, on land management, and also on management of livestock resources. So it's a protocol that will be very progressive, especially for our pastoral communities. I'd like to echo the words of the member from SACU. Security is going to be an important aspect of this. I realize the protocol also allows any member state to withdraw participation in the event it's a threat to national security. And for us here in Kenya, Your Excellency, I'm happy to announce that our State Department of Livestock and our ministry has embarked on putting together a livestock identification and traceability system. It's currently in tender, and in another 2 or 3 months we should be able to roll it out, complete with regulations and laws that govern the identification and traceability of livestock. This will be a game changer for our country, as it will minimize and maybe even eradicate cattle rustling, but it's also going to be very, very important for trade, especially international trade of our livestock products, as it will now allow us to export to areas that are very particular on traceability, farm to fork kind of traceability. So it's a very important step that we are making as a ministry in the livestock sector. Thank you, Your Excellency.